Here's Brody Brazil.
My outside perspective, I've been to Las Vegas, like a lot of people, a lot of times for a lot of different reasons. But when I initially heard even 2 years ago that the A's would consider a stadium site down there, I always thought, well, if you're going to go to Las Vegas, you've got to be on or near the Strip, right? And even as recent as probably 3 months ago, that was always my thought, that was the best prime spot. How could you go to Las Vegas and not, have the Strip be your home? But I quickly realized the public sentiment down there thinks like the exact opposite. I mean, if you're a local, is that the last place you want to go? And I guess what I'm asking for here is what's the intel on the Tropicana site versus like the Rio site, which has been brought up and discussed, the festival grounds. Is this the least favorite of all the locals?
I would say among all the sites, I hear the most criticism on the Tropicana site.
Mm-hmm.
Let's back it up. Do locals go to the Strip?
Right.
Depends.
Okay, right.
Do families go to the Strip?
Got it.
Not really. If you think about a trip to Las Vegas, you're spending a lot of money. Every drink, every bottle of water costs more. It's the equivalent of taking your family to Disneyland. Can you afford to go to Disneyland every weekend?
There's a lot of resort fees. I do remember that. Like, wait, or even at the Aria, I think I moved the water and it knew there was a sensor and it charged me for drinking a $9 water that I think I just moved. Anyway, okay.
And that's if you stay there.
Right.
If a local parks there, and casinos have changed it in that locals can park for 3 hours, except on game or event days.
Mm-hmm.
Then for the Stanley Cup, some of the parking was $65.
Wow.
And
That'll catch you by surprise.
So when you're talking about families going there, sure, they might go occasionally to a show. They might go to see a concert, but it's more of something for the parents to do. For the little ones, especially if you're going to take them into a resort with potentially some adult entertainment,
right?
Or certain images might be offensive to certain families, and so a lot of families stay in the suburbs, and that's just the case. Now there are places on the Strip where people go more. A lot of people on the Strip still go to, or in the Valley, still go to Circus,
right?
Because it's easy to get to, and there's this little adventure dome where families can go inside in the dead of the summer and ride a roller coaster, and it's air conditioned.
Right.
So there are places that are better.
Right. And so I think the takeaway is probably that this is not the best site of the ones that ever popped up. This may not be the favorite of locals for all the reasons that you're bringing up.
However, there is the Tropicana site is surrounded by 2 casinos that are family friendly.
Right.
Excalibur.
Right.
And MGM Grand, notably with David Copperfield, various other family activities. So those are 2 casinos that families, if they so choose to go to a game, can park at, make sure their children are, in a family-friendly environment and park and walk. Albeit parking might be, generally, it's $35 a day.
Wow.
Per event.
Got it.